Now, if you look at all these issues, this not only affects the undocumented community during a health crisis, but it affects all of us. Just like you, I'm self-quarantined. And just like you, I'm receiving a $1,200 check from the government, as well as multiple other stimulus benefits because of COVID-19. But there's one group that isn't.
Undocumented immigrants pay taxes and use tax-supported services like roads and schools, but they likely won't receive any benefits from the stimulus package.
Many of them are undocumented immigrants. That means no unemployment benefits and no stimulus checks.
Sad question, I must be honest with you, but they came in illegally.
Now, there are over 11 million undocumented immigrants in the United States alone. According to the report by the Kaiser Foundation, as of 2018, 23% of legally present immigrants do not have health insurance, and 45% of undocumented immigrants do not have health insurance at all, even if those workers are essential. So I interviewed co-founder of Freedom for Immigrants, Christina Fialho, to give a little more background, facts and figures, and how deep this issue really is.
In California, agricultural workers and construction workers, their work is considered essential services. So that means that they have to continue to go to work without any guarantee of protective equipment. Now, domestic workers, on the other hand, are largely being told and instructed to stay at home without pay, which means that they have no income, they have no support.
Now, if you look at all these issues, this not only affects the undocumented community during a health crisis, but it affects all of us, where ICE arrests are still happening, and undocumented people are afraid to go to the doctor if they feel sick out of the fear of being deported. And one of the other biggest issues, detention centers.
And in addition, people in immigration detention are extremely vulnerable to abuse, mainly because ICE has been completely unresponsive to the issue, and they have a horrendous track record of inadequate medical care.
The good news is there are some small positive changes that are happening in the midst of the COVID-19 outbreak.
However, one good decision here was to ensure that the new public charge rule does not apply to people who are experiencing communicable diseases. So if an undocumented immigrant or any immigrant is experiencing symptoms of the coronavirus, they can go and get tested, screened, and treated without any worry of that affecting them under the new public charge rule.
Also, some policy changes. There are also cities around the country such as San Francisco, Chicago, and Los Angeles who are putting special relief for undocumented immigrants during this time. And also there are multiple nonprofit organizations that are helping as well, such as Freedom for Immigrants, who are tackling this issue in their own specific way.
My organization, Freedom for Immigrants, is really calling on the U.S. government to release all people from immigration detention. We have a real-time map on our website, freedomforimmigrants.org, that has always tracked the expansion of immigration detention. And we've launched a new section where we're tracking not only the outbreaks in immigration detention, but particularly ICE's response to this pandemic, which has resulted in unnecessary lockdowns, people thrown into solitary confinement rather than provided with the health support that they may need inside of the system. Freedom for Immigrants is looking for hotline volunteers. So this is a great role, especially for anyone practicing social distancing, because we can train you remotely and then you answer phone calls from the comfort of your home.
I know it's easy to feel helpless being in the confines of your home, but the good news is there are ways you can help. The limitations of the spaces that we're in does not have to limit us coming together as a community. And if you're interested in any of the information, any resources, guides, special funds, organizations such as Freedom for Immigrants, all the information is below in the caption of how you could take part, donate, and volunteer and help through these times.